Hey there, friends. Welcome to video number 3. Now, before we jump in, I just want to mention that you can now register. Today is the first day for you to register. If you register between now and Friday at 5 p.m. Central, you can save $1,000 off the 12-month online/offline OSR Academy. Now, I know many of you watching either know about or have attended our annual Sales Fundamentals Workshop, our 2-day event that is in Fort Worth every April. And also we send out content ahead of time. It's essentially a year-long program in and of itself. That costs about $4,000. That is included in our OSR Academy. So if you register between now and Friday, the total cost is $18,495. So you'll save $1,000. The SFW is included. And we tell people, hey, if you get value and you guys are sending a bunch of people every year to SFW, and I realize it's not a small expense, but if you invest in the OSR Academy, you're going to get a ton more value and you are going to increase the probability that you have a salesperson that is going to move from being a rookie to a sales pro, and you will get a return on your investment faster. So in video number 1, we talked about leveraging word of mouth and testimonials. We give a PDF for that, which was a testimonial tracker. In video number 2, we talked about Bill Bowerman and how do we quantify the pain and how do we think differently about the argument that we are making to really articulate what is at stake. Now here today in video number 3, we're going to introduce arguably the most valuable leadership skill that you can possibly have, your ability to confidently and consistently give feedback, both negatively and positively, to change the relationships and make them stronger. Now, this framework is shared and taught in term 4 of the OSR Academy. And it's so powerful that I remember where I was when I first heard about it. I was with Mr. Jamie Dabbs, who's a safety leader with TD Industries in Dallas. We were together in Indianapolis, Indiana, I believe in 2018. And I was sharing with him just some of the frustrations I had with one of our best customers. And we wanted to continue the relationship, but they were just doing a series of things that made it really hard for us to be as productive and effective for them as we could be. And real quickly, he said, oh, the SBI Framework, that's what you need. I said, the SBI Framework, what's that? He said, the SBI Framework came from the Center for Creative Leadership, and it stands for Situation, Behavior, and Impact. And he went on to share with me, it's a really great way to deliver consistent feedback that removes the emotion. So the 3 steps here are, number 1, define the situation. Here was the context. You and I were together, we were sitting together at lunch, and then what? Then you're going to talk about the behavior. Here is what I heard. Here is what I saw. And so far, nothing you can say can be disputed. Here was the situation. You and I were together. True? Yes. Here's the behavior. Here's what I saw. Here's what I heard. And then the I stands for the impact. Situation, what's the context? Behavior, what did this person do? And what was the impact? I had no download. I had no further training. Several hours later from the hotel in Indianapolis, I used the SBI framework and it was incredibly powerful. It didn't eliminate my problem, but allowed us to move around it. And I think for the first time, I helped my client, who I cared for deeply, and I wanted to continue the relationship, understand the ways that he was limiting our effectiveness. This individual and his team, they changed immediately. And that allowed us to deliver more value at a lower price point. We lowered the cost for them, and we still work together today. So the SBI framework is really powerful because when I was working for Pulte Homes, both in the field as a construction manager and as a project manager, and then in purchasing, I knew that we did things that made the lives of our subcontractors who we cared for much harder. And I knew that they often really struggled to say, I don't want you to get angry. I don't want to lose a customer. I don't want to be a martyr, but you guys are killing us on this. And we wanted to know, we wanted to be better partners. Why? Well, as a purchasing guy, I knew that if we had a bunch of inefficiencies baked into how we did things, sooner or later, that would impact our cost and they wouldn't go down. They would go up. So I would say, hey, I want you to share with me what we're doing that makes your life annoying, that costs you money. Because if we can figure out how to remove cost, we can both be more profitable. The way to do that, and the way that we've taught hundreds of salespeople, especially those in the OSR Academy with more detail, is this SBI framework. So you can download this PDF. This comes right from term 4 of the OSR Academy. We use some fun examples from the office, both good and bad, because remember, when you give feedback, it can be positive. And you want to see more of what you're seeing, and you want to thank somebody and show some gratitude. This is a framework that does that. If you have some other behaviors you wish to see changed, this is also a great way to do that. And that's where most people use it. But both positive and negative feedback, it is extremely applicable. Now, when you download this PDF, you will see we approach this differently. We try to have fun. What makes us different is we really invest the time to try to think of the most creative and memorable and fun ways to interact. And if that means we're going to watch some videos like Tommy Boy, or we're going to engage and watch some videos from The Office, great. Let's make learning fun. And we're going to tell stories in a way, whether it's from The Office or maybe Bill Bowerman from video number 2, that stick with you longer than just rote memorization of us cranking out boring content and having you read it. That is not what we do in the OSR Academy. And that's why we've been so successful. Again, I'm showing you this yet again because, yes, social proof works. These are all the companies that have been part of either cohort 1 or cohort 2. And if you know any of them, feel free to reach out to them, understand what conditions existed in their business and why they've continued to invest in the OSR Academy, because I believe you can receive very similar, if not more, value from being part of what we're doing. All right, friends, registration is officially open. If you have any questions for me, do not hesitate to reach out to info@BradleyHartman&Co. Info@BradleyHartman, 2 N's, and co.com. I will make myself available. I want to see if this is right for you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And if you haven't already, for video number 1, 2, and this one, there are downloads available. Download them, share them with your team, and hopefully you will see that they are immediately applicable. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.